Supergirl. Da 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 da. Okay, I'm stopping now. So, Supergirl. I watched the second episode. Okay. So yeah. I'm a fan. I'm already a fan of Supergirl now. Guys, I'm super happy. Yeah, so the first episode, the second episode now. I like everything that I see. I really do. I mean, she is amazing. That girl, that plays Supergirl is amazing. She's the perfect girl for this role. I can't even begin to explain how perfect she is. The only thing that I'm going to complain about is that she doesn't have blue eyes, which could be easily fixed with some contact lens. But no. I mean, what is the trend these days with directors or whoever decides those stuff? Just decided not to give, the heroes that we all know and love, that we all know that are with blue eyes. Yeah, not blue eyes. Like Wonder Woman won't be with blue eyes. A Batman v Superman movie. Like Bruce Wayne is supposed to have blue eyes. Ben Affleck doesn't have blue eyes, and he apparently won't use contact lens. Who else? And now her, Supergirl, and that's not correct. That's not right for me, because when you know that some characters have blue eyes, they're supposed to have blue eyes, and you know them that they have blue eyes. You've seen this in the comics, in the animations, and pretty much in all the movies and shows before them. They're supposed to have blue eyes because that's a part of the character. So I'm totally against that. Yeah. And Greek gods have blue eyes, and that's a sign of godness, godlyhood, and just godlike things. So it's very important for these characters to have blue eyes, and I'm really not saying this because I have blue eyes as well. I'm not biased or anything. I just think that first of all, they will look a lot better with blue eyes, and second of all, if they have blue eyes, they must have blue eyes. So yeah, that's my biggest complaint. I could probably complain about this like 5 more minutes, but I won't. So let's get on to the next thing. So the costume. Maybe the next thing is not the costume, come to think of it, but I'm going to talk about the costume anyway. So the costume. Not really sure how I feel about it. I like it, but artificial muscles on her looks kinda too much. They make her shoulders look too wide. Yeah, and sometimes when she flies and she puts her arm up, it doesn't look like natural, because you see that underneath the costume there are some artificial muscles. So yeah, I'm not really fond of that. Also, the costume, it could be maybe from better material. It's kind of loose. It's not so, not so elastic in some way. There's also some lines on the costume which I'm not really fond of. And also the S, it's a bit small, and for me at least, it has to have the yellow inside, but it doesn't. It just has yellow outlines, which it doesn't look bad. Don't get me wrong, she doesn't look bad. She looks amazing. I love every second of Supergirl on the screen doing super stuff. But the costume is a very important thing, and I don't think that got it just quite right. But I do like her cape, and that her cape is from leather. That's awesome. I always like leather. I pretty much was very fond of Superman's cape from Superman Returns, although I was not fond of the colors of the costume. The main costume, in the costume, the blue was too bright. It should be a little bit more bluish, for me at least. Very small. And the cape was too dark. But other than that, I prefer this. Cape was too dark. But other than that, I prefer this cape in a way. I mean, the one that is from leather. It falls like very heavy, which is cool to look at. So anyway, about Cape, about her attitudes, how the story goes so far, everything looks pretty natural. For me, she's amazingly natural, amazingly, uh, in every possible way she is so beautiful, and she acts so natural, and yeah, the word is natural, boy. She is amazing. She also looks a lot younger than she is. She could pass for 19 years old. Yeah, no problem. She could play high school student. Yeah, she looks really, really young. And yeah, the fight scenes for a TV show, never seen better fight scenes for a TV show. It looks pretty amazing. The flying looks good, not bad, not like Man of Steel level, but still amazingly good. And it's close, kind of close to Man of Steel in some shots. But in some other shots, you can see that they took the higher road, but not really. Pun not intended. But yeah, I mean, they decided to make a little bit worse flying at times, like some of the shots are not so great, but that are just like one or two shots that you can see that she's flying on a green screen. I mean, you can't really tell about green screen because they blended her super awesomely with the environment, with the whole background behind her. But you can see that she's not really flying at times. You can kind of feel that, but only at times. I mean, like one or two times. I'm sure that they're going to get that even better, and it's already amazing by the standards of TV, of almost anything really. It looks pretty good. The fighting with her aunt Ezra, very interesting, very good. Of course, they can't make it on the scale of Man of Steel and General Zod, kind of break out of the city and destroy every building in the city or something, but they did it quite well. The one thing that I can't really explain is why her X-ray vision, I mean not her X-ray vision, her heat vision is blue. It looks super cool, it does, but I really don't get it. Why is that? Why is not red? And every other Kryptonian in the show, including her aunt, is using that same bluish heat vision. Yeah, I don't really get that. But other than that, not that that's minus, I'm just wondering why that is. Yeah, it's not a big deal. Also, I like all the other characters. Calista Flotthart's character, Miss Grant, I think it was her name. She is amazing. I mean, the way that she plays that role, like a bitch, like that snobby, super snobby boss, she does that perfectly, just with flying colors. She is breathtakingly good in that role. I listen to every word that she says, every move that she makes. She's so captivating in this role. She's amazing, and I always wonder what she's going to say about Supergirl next. I mean, even that dynamic is awesome to look at, and the dynamic between her and Kara. Also, now that she's going to see Supergirl, and of course she's not going to realize that that is Kara, because she can see her more than what she really is. I mean, Kara. So she can't even begin to imagine that that same girl could be something else, because she seems so awkward and so green. Green, I mean, as unexperienced. She also knows that Supergirl is inexperienced, but she still sees her as that something that is still out of her reach. So she maybe won't realize that that same girl that stands above you, it's exactly Kara. Yeah. And yeah, the villains in the story, of course, that in the beginning there's going to be like a learning path for Supergirl, so everything that is happening is just building up for something a lot better, I think, but it's also building up the story of Supergirl in a way that we get to see how she learns, how she deals with all of this, her exposing herself to the world. So everything is done in the best way possible, I think, for now. It's more than what I imagined this show could be. I imagined to be something like The Flash or Arrow, which I really appreciate those shows. Don't get me wrong, but they lack something, and they lack the strength and the more natural feeling of the characters. Sometimes they're so underpowered. Like The Flash is so weak on its own. He gets his ass handed to him all the time, and I really don't like that. I mean, if it wasn't for his friends, he's like nothing at the moment. So I really don't like that. I really appreciate when a hero is its own hero, and of course Kara will have those people that's currently helping her, of course. But at least we see she using her powers more. And of course, I do realize that that's a CBS show, which means that they have a lot more budget, a lot more to work with than the CW does, of course. Yeah, but I just feel that sometimes the CW makes a lot more, creates a lot more story with the conversations that they do with some action scenes. I mean, to see an action scene, an Arrow in action, or the Flash in action is so rarely. To see any special effects at all. So yeah, it's mostly conversations over and over and over again. And Supergirl, it's not like that. They show the story, and at the same time they show all the effects that they can possibly show. So I totally appreciate that. Hopefully they won't make her weak like in Smallville. They made Superman, I mean, he wasn't even Superman. So weak. Then when Supergirl came, Kara in that show, she flew on the first day, and he still looked at her from the ground. And I'm like, you are living on Earth since you were a baby, and you can't fly? I mean, Tom Welling became like 30 something. And he still wasn't flying. He wasn't even Superboy because he wasn't flying. And every time that he sees Kryptonite, he was so ill. And all of a sudden, Kara comes from somewhere and she makes, with the eyes, she uses her heat vision and the Kryptonite is vaporized. But he didn't think of that. No, he was like, oh my god, I can't breathe. Oh boy. That's not Superman. Although I watched this show from beginning to end, he was weak as hell. I just wanted to kick his ass, and he didn't want to put the costume. We saw him from afar for like 2 seconds. 2 seconds, and it wasn't even him. It was like a computer-generated image or something. Because I've heard that Tom Welling didn't want to put the costume on. I mean, you are playing Superman, or you're playing something that resembles Superman. You have to put the costume. I mean, who won't want to put the costume? I'm going to be like, oh my god, put me into that costume. It's my childhood dream, damn it. You know, what's that attitude? Okay, this was about Supergirl. So apparently, yeah, Supergirl is awesome. If you haven't seen Supergirl yet, please watch it. Support the show. We have to have a show like this. Please watch it. And yeah, I totally recommend it. Can't wait to see more. And that's it, guys. Just let me know what you think about Supergirl in the comments below if you've seen the show. I mean, the first 2 episodes. What do you think about it? What do you think about that amazing actress that plays Supergirl? I mean, she is... I already want an action figure of her. Not Supergirl, of her version of Supergirl. Yeah, guys, so thank you very much for watching. Until next time with Gary G Reviews. Best games for the best prizes on g2a.com and citykeys.com. If you'd like to subscribe, you can click the button to the right, and you can also check out my gaming channel, Gary G Gaming.